Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another Glacial Geek Battle Report. I am Phil, the Glacial Geek, coming to you here from Savannah Lion Games in Pooler, Georgia, where I will be fighting a 1,000-point battle between my Dark Angels and Harris's Vostroyans. So the story that we've got going on here today is that the Dark Angels received information that there was some information on this planet that might be relating towards the Fallen. It just so happens that this planet happens to be in the same system as the Vostroyans' homeworld. So when an unannounced ship suddenly showed up in their system and around this planet, the Vostroyans sent out a force to go find out what was going on. And when they hailed the Dark Angels didn't feel like explaining themselves for reasons that are pretty obvious. So they ended up at odds with each other as the Dark Angels were searching for this information on the planet. So that's the story that we've got going on. We are going to be playing the Tactical Gambit Maelstrom mission here on from Chapter Approved. So basically what happens is there's the regular 6 objectives that are around the table. So we have another one over there, number 6, and then we've got one in here, and then one back over in here. It's a regular Maelstrom mission, except at the beginning of each turn, what you do is you place a gambit, basically. You say 1, 2, 3, or 4. You can't say 0. It has to be 1, 2, 3, or 4. And this is your guess on how many tactical objectives you think you can score on this turn reliably. And this happens before you draw up your cards, because if you're below 4, you have to draw up to 4 cards in your hand, but you have to declare it before you draw up at the beginning of the turn. And then at the end of the turn, if you scored at least that many objectives, then you score that number bonus, whatever number you said. So if you said 1 and you scored 3, you get 1 bonus point because you said 1. But if you had said 3 and you scored 3, then you get 3 bonus points. But if you had said 3 and you only scored 1, your opponent gets 3 bonus points. So that's the gambit where it comes into, where you can gain a whole lot of points if you can really do it well, but if you can't, then your opponent is going to get them. So that is the story. That is the mission that we're going to be playing today. Before we go any further, though, let's show you the 2 armies that are going to be fighting it out. So for the Dark Angels, I'll be running a battalion detachment. Leading off that detachment, we have Samael and Sableclaw and a Talon Master. We have 2 5-man scout squads with bolters and a 5-man tactical squad with a heavy bolter. We have a 3-man inceptor squad with assault bolters. And last but not least, we have a 6-man Black Knight squad. And for the Vostroyans, he'll be running an Outrider detachment and a Vanguard detachment. Leading off the Vanguard detachment, we have a company commander with a Power Fist and the armor of Grav Tashenko. We have 2 veteran squads, each with a heavy bolter and a heavy flamer in each. We have a Ministorum Priest with a chainsword and bolt pistol. We have an Ogren Bodyguard with Slab Shield, Bulgrin Plate, and Bulgrin Maul. And a 5-man Rattling Squad. Leading off the Outrider detachment, we have a Tank Commander and a Lehman Russ Punisher with Heavy Bolter Sponsons, Las Cannon, Augur Array, Storm Bolter, and Hunter Killer Missile. We have 3 Armored Sentinels with Las Cannons and Hunter Killer Missiles. And last but not least, we have a Lehman Russ Demolisher with Hunter Killer Missile, Augur Array, Storm Bolter, Heavy Bolter Sponsons, and a Las Cannon. All right, so those are the armies going over deployment. I've got a scout squad back here on objective 3. I've got another scout squad up here in the middle. I've got my Black Knights, my Talon Master, and Samael back over here. I've got my tactical squad over here, and in reserves I have my Inceptors. Going over deployment now for the Vostroyans. We've got the 3 Sentinels are back over here. We've got the Tank Commander. We've got the other tank here. We've got 1 squad of veterans inside the building here, the other squad back over here, and we have the Bodyguard, the Company Commander, and the Priest back over there on the objectives. Oh, and the Rattlings are back inside the building over here. Being sneaky. So, that's deployment. As of right now, the Dark Angels will be going first, unless my opponent can seize the initiative. Looking for a 6. No, the opposite of a 6. Another 1. That's what he rolled for trying to go first. I rolled a 6, and I had finished deploying, so it was 7-1. The spread on there. Can't get much bigger than that. So, all right. So that is a Dark Angels will be going first. So we'll come back to you with the Gambit and then the cards that I draw. All right, so my gambit, I declared a 1 to my opponent before I drew my cards here, and then I drew my cards, and I drew secure objective 5, defend objective 3, supremacy, so I have to hold 3 objective, control any 3 objective markers on your turn, and then mission critical objective I rolled and got a 5, so I am looking for objective 5 for that one. So those are the cards that I drew. We'll come back to you after movement phase for the Dark Angels here on turn 1. All right, movement phase for the Dark Angels here on turn 1. My Black Knights advanced up over there. I also spent a command point on Speed of the Raven, but my Talon Master is my Warlord, and he has Brilliant Strategist as his Warlord trait. Rolled a 5, so I'm still at 8 command points, so they will be allowed to shoot and charge if they so desire. And then I moved up my Talon Master and my Samael over here, and everybody else just kind of stood still where they were, and my Inceptors are staying in reserves. So that is it for the movement phase. We'll come back to you with the shooting phase. All right, starting off the shooting phase, my Black Knights here are going to fire into his tank commander. They're going to supercharge, and I'm going to spend a command point on Weapons of the Dark Age. So we'll roll to see if I get my command point back. I do, in fact, with a fill face there. So they are going to be firing over in there. I've got 6 guys here. They've got Plasma Talons, which are Assault 18 inches. Assault 2 18 inches, so we're going to have 2 shots each. We're going to start 1 at a time since they are supercharged and firing in there. So here we go. The first guy looking for a 3 to hit. All right, re-rolling because of Samael. All right, that's 2 hits. Re-rolling because of Samael. All right, 2 hits. Rerolling because of Samael. 2 hits. Rerolling, no need to reroll. Rerolling because of Samael. All right, 2 hits. No second here. I know, and rerolling because of Samael. 2 hits. Oh boy. So here we go, 12 hits. These are going to be strength 8, toughness 8, so looking for 4s to wound. Rerolling 1s to wound because of the Talon Master, but none of them there. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 wounds at AP -3, so 9 6-up saves. Making none of them. So that's 3 damage each. So that's 18 damage. He is dead, and that is First Blood. Does he explode? No, he does not. Now my Talon Master is going to fire everything into his Vostroyan, the veteran squad in the building over there. So we're going to have do the Twin Assault Cannon first. Oh, my opponent spent a command point on Take Cover, giving them +1 to their save. He ignores cover, so it's going to be -1 AP, +1 to saves because of Take Cover. So it's going to be their base save of a 4-up, right? So cool. So here we go. This is going to be the Twin Assault Cannon first. 12 shots, hitting on 4s because he moved and his heavy weapons. All right, rerolling 1s and 2s, not 3s though, because 3s would have been hits previously. Samael's all hits for Ravenwing, 1s for everyone else. All right, so that's that many hits. These are now strength 6, so looking for 2s to wound. Rerolling 1s because of himself. Yeah. Oh. Okay, I got 1 of them in there. I thought there was going to be 2. That wouldn't be great. So we've got 5, 6, 7, 8 wounds. Like I said, AP -1, +1 because of Take Cover. Looking for, what is this? 5-ups. So making 3, 4. That's a 6 back in there. Not bad. So that means 4 guys are dead. And now his Twin Heavy Bolter firing. Again, 4s. Not re-rolling 3s. Oh, a bunch of 3s there. But re-rolling these 1s and 2s. Okay, not looking for 2. Looking for a 3, I should say. That is a wound with a full face there. So looking for a 5-up. Oh, and he's good. All right, so now Samael's going to do the exact same thing. So again, they've still got Take Cover. I'm going to have the -1 because of the weapons, but he is going to be firing. So these are going to be the Twin Assault Cannon first, hitting on 3s because he moved with heavy weapon. All right, not re-rolling 2s because those would have been hits. All right, so all these others are hits. Wounding on 2s. Re-rolling 1s because of the Talon Master. Okay, not meant to be. So that is 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 wounds there. AP -1, +1 because of Take Cover, so 9 5-ups. You did well last time, so let's see.
We shall see. Nope, 2 saved.
3 saves, so that's 6 wound. They had 4 that were dead, so that's going to be all of them there. That's the squad dead. All right, my heavy bolter guy over here is going to fire into his other veteran squad over there, so it's going to be 3 shots, looking for 3s to hit because he stood still. All right, that's all hits, looking for 3s to wound. That is all wounds, AP -1, +1 because they're in cover, so looking for 5s.
Got 2.
Got 2 of them. Well done. 1 did. All right, and that is it for the Dark Angel's turn here on turn 1. I scored secure objective 5. I started on defend objective 3. I scored supremacy, so D3, 1 for that. Pretty much standard when I get D3 points. And then I scored mission critical objective by holding 5. I also scored the +1 bonus because I declared 1 at the beginning of my turn and I scored at least 1. So I scored 4 points for me that turn. So I lead 5-1 because I got first blood. So we will come back to you after movement. We'll come back to you with the gambit and the cards for the Vostroyans here on turn 1. All right, so for the gambit, my opponent declared 1 because he didn't know what any of his cards were going to be, and then he drew secure objective 3, death from afar. So he needs to kill something in my deployment zone from his deployment zone. It's gonna be tough, but it's maybe possible. We'll see what happens. Then he got psychological warfare, which is always tough against Marines, and assassinate, kill a character. I've got 2 characters, but it's gonna take a lot to get to them. So we will come back to you after movement phase for the Vostroyans here on turn 1. All right, movement phase. There is no movement. Easy enough. He likes where he is. So that is going to be it for the movement phase. We will come back to you with the shooting phase here on turn 1. All right, so first things first with the orders, he is going to give an order to this veteran squad, first rank fire, second rank fire, and they are going to fire into my tactical squad back over here. The reason he can shoot over them is because Vostroyans have +6 inches to their lasgun shots.
To any weapon with 24 inches.
Or to any weapon with 24-inch range. So here we come all of the lasgun shots. These are going to be hitting on 3s, right? Because they're veterans. All right, we'll come back to that. And now they're looking for 5s to wound. Getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wounds. All right, so we've got 5 2-up saves because they are in cover over there. Making them all. Woo! And now the heavy bolter is going to fire. Getting 2 hits. These are going to be strength 5s, looking for 3s to wound. Getting 1 wound. AP -1, +1 because they're in cover. 3-up save. He's good. And now the Ratlings are going to fire into my tactical squad over here. So they're going to be hitting on 3s. Getting 3 hits. Wounding on 4s, right? Yeah, needed the 6s of this next one. But wounding on 4s. Getting 2 wounds. 2 2-ups. Failed 1. All right, so now his Demolisher is going to fire into my Black Knights over here. He is going to use Firstborn Pride, which gives him +1 to his ballistic skill over here. So these are going to be the, which one are you shooting first? Demolisher cannon first.
2d6.
2d6 shots, because it's a unit of 5 or more. So getting 5 shots. He's going to reroll the 1. All right, so 10 shots. We'll come back to you with that. All right, he actually spent a command point to reroll that 1, so I was unclear of that, but that's what he's going to do. So he's going to be 10 shots hitting on 3s because of Firstborn Pride. All right, all but one hit. Pretty good. So that's 9 hits. Wounding on 2s because strength 10. So wounding on 2s. All but wounds. 1 wound, so it's going to be 8 wounds. We've got 8 4-up invul saves. Show me them 4-ups. Oh boy, failing 5 of them. What's the damage on this?
D6 apiece.
D6 apiece. All right, so we're gonna have to do this one at a time. So, yeah, 1 second.
Just checking.
All right, so I gotta do it one at a time. The first guy is dead. Second guy is also dead. Third guy is also dead. Fourth guy is also dead, and the 5th guy is also dead. It was just 5 of them that made it through. So, yeah, 5 dead guys. Brutal. All right, so now the last cannon is going to fire into him. That is a hit. That is not a wound. Now the Hunter Killer. That is a hit. That is a wound.
-2.
-2, so 4-up invul save because of Jink. Nope.
D6.
D6 wounds. 1 wound. Oh, so he's still alive. And here come the Storm Bolters.
Wow.
Okay. Not really feeling that. And now the Heavy Bolters. Oh,
come
not
on.
feeling that one either. Oof, okay.
All right,
So
4s.
looking for 4s to wound. Getting at least 1. The other one is a 1 back over there. So just the 1. AP minus 1.
4 up.
Here we go. 4 up. Save. Come on. 50-50. Right? It's supposed to be 50-50. Oh, yeah. And he makes it. Woo! All right. So now one of the Sentinels is going to fire into my Black Knight over here. So we've got, what are we doing here? We got the red's going to be the Hunter Killer. And the orange is going to be the Las Cannons. Hitting on 4s. No hits. Second Sentinel doing the same thing. Both hits this time. Both
3s.
wounded on 3s to wound.
Yeah.
No, 2s, right?
8 and
8, yes, 8 and 9. Yep. Forgot I was about bike. So that's going to be 2 wounds, though. Yep. 2 4-up invul saves. Whoa. Failed one of them, so he's dead, yeah, because he's only got the 1 wound. Womp, womp. All right, now the last Sentinel is going to fire into my Talon Master over here. Hitting on 4s.
Okay, they both
2 hits. Here we go.
3s.
Looking for 3s to wound.
Both
wound.
So
AP minus 2. Oh, minus 2. One's a minus 2, one's minus 3. So we'll do the 1 at minus 2 first, looking for a 5-up. Yeah, with the 5-up. And now the 1 at minus 3, looking for a 6-up. Show me that Phil face. Show me that Phil face. Yeah, with the Phil face. Woo! All right, and that is the end of my opponent's turn here. He did not score any of his objectives. I did score my defend objective 3 because I got that on 2 turns over here. And because my opponent didn't score any of his, I get an additional bonus point because of the gambit, putting me at 7 points now to his, 7. Oh, I'm sorry, scored 2 victory points for defend. So I'm actually at 8 to none right now. So we will come back to you with the gambit and the cards for the Dark Angels here on turn 2. All right, so I declared 1 because I didn't have any of my cards, so I didn't know what I was going for. So I declared 1 again for my gambit. And going over, I drew Area Denial, No Forgiveness, Assassinate, and Domination. So we will come back to you after movement phase for the Dark Angels here on turn 2. All right, movement phase for the Dark Angels here on turn 2. My scouts here advanced up over this way. My Talon Master advanced over this way, spent a command point on Speed of the Raven, and I did not get the point back for that, so I'm down to 7. My Samael here moved up over this way, and my Inceptors dropped in over here, 9 inches away from them, and his Ratlings. So that is going to be it for the movement phase. We will come back to you with the shooting phase. All right, starting off the shooting phase, my Talon Master is going to fire everything into his Ogren bodyguard over there. Ogren bodyguard with all the Bulgrin stuffs. So we're going to start with the Twin Assault Cannon first. So I've got 12 shots here. These are he's T5, so these are going to be 12 shots hitting on 4s because he moved with a heavy weapon. Rerolling 1s and 2s because of Samael, but not 3s. So this 3 over here is no good. That 3 is no good. All right, so these are now strength 6, so looking for 3s to wound. Rerolling 1s because of himself. Real good. All right, so we got 3, 6, 9, 10 wounds over here. So we got 10 3-up saves because he's got that slab shield over there. Making all but 2. Pretty good. That's real good. And now the Twin Heavy Bolter into him. Going to be again hitting on 4s.
I'll tell you the most reliable way to kill him.
Alrighty. So that is all hits there. Wounding on 4s because he's T5. Rerolling 1s because of himself. Alright, so we got 2 wounds over there. Yep. Again, -1, but 3-up invul. Fails 1. And now Samael is going to do the exact same thing into him. So 12 shots hitting on 3s now. Rerolling 1s because of himself. Those are good to go away. All right, these are now going to be wounding on 3s. Rerolling 1s because of the Talon Master. All right, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 wounds at AP -1.
3-ups.
3-ups.
Still ignoring cover?
Yes.
Okay, so he's got 1 wound left.
1 wound left. And now the Twin Heavy Bolter firing in there on 3s. Rerolling 1s because of himself. Okay, not meant to be. So we got 4 hits. Wounding on 4s. Rerolling 1s. All right, getting 2 wounds. 3-ups.
He's good.
Oh, he's good. All right, so now my Inceptors are going to fire into the veteran squad over there. So I've got 18 shots because they've got 2 assault bolters each, 3 shots each. So that's from each assault bolter. So it's going to be 18 shots hitting on 3s. All right, not rerolling anything on these guys. Not that I really needed it. These are now going to be strength 5, so wounding on 3s. Alrighty then. Reroll that one into a 1. So that's not meant to be. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 wounds at AP -1. +1 because they're in cover, so 9,
Ups.
5 ups.
Passing, not enough of them.
Not enough of them, so the rest of that squad.
No,
well, you
they're
passed how
fine.
many? You passed
I have
2.
1 guy left.
He's got 1 guy left. Woo, brutal.
Heavy bolt.
All right, so now my heavy bolter here is going to fire into his heavy bolter over there. So 3 shots hitting on 3s because he didn't move. That's all hits. Wounding on 3s. That's all wounds. AP -1 +1. 3, 5 ups. Making 2 of them, so he's still alive with 1 wound.
Yeah.
All right, so that's it for the shooting phase. Into the assault phase, my Inceptors are going to charge into his Ratlings. So they're going to fire Overwatch. Looking for 6s, getting 1. No wound, though. So they got another 1. So now I need to 9-inch charge to get into over there. Not making it. I'm going to spend a command point on this one. No, don't get it. Do I get the command point back? No, I don't. Wah, wah, wah. All right, now Samael is going to charge into his Demolisher over here. My opponent's going to spend a command point on Defensive Gunner, so he's looking for 5 ups on this. So we're going to do Demolisher Cannon, so D6 shots.
D3.
Oh, D3 shots.
Samael is
So it's
1 model.
he's only 1 model, so it only counts 1 D3 shot. So it's 1 shot. Hitting on a 5. Ooh, it's a hit.
Wounded on a 2.
Wounded on a 2. Oh, no, it's strength 10, right? Yeah. So wounded on, well, 5's going to wound, but it actually would have been, he's toughness 6 because he's a speeder. Yeah, he's kind of cool like that. No, he's got 6, so, but that is a wound. So he's got a 4-up Iron Halo save. Yeah, with that filfers. Woo! Now the last cannon. No hit there. So we've got the Storm Bolter.
Scratch your paint.
Scratch my paint. He gets 1.
Need a 5.
Hey, that's a wound. Yeah, but that's a save with a fill face. He's really feeling it. And now we've got the heavy bolter shots. Getting 1. No wound over there. And now Samael's going to charge in, and he is in. And now my Talon Master is going to charge into all 3 of the guys over here. So we're gonna start off with the which one first? The bolt pistol and the last pistol, and then a frag grenade. So we're gonna go with the bolt pistol first. Oh, frag bomb.
Doesn't make a difference.
It doesn't make a difference, but it's just called differently.
Actually, it does because it's strength 4. So
oh, strength 4. Okay, there we go.
Hey, I'll take it.
There we go. So now he's got the bolt pistol. Not a hit. Last pistol. That is also not a hit. Frag bomb. It's gonna have 4 shots here. 1 hit.
5.
That's a wound.
Right.
No AP. So he is good with that 3. So now his charge distance to get in there is totally in. All right, so now we're going to start off with Samael over here attacking into his Lehman Russ. He's got 5 attacks, looking for 2s. All right, that's all hits. On the charge, he is strength ×2, so he's going to be strength 8, looking for 4s to wound. Rerolling 1s because of the Talon Master. All right, so we've got 1, 2, 3 wounds there at AP -3, so 3 6-ups. Failing all of them, that is going to be 6 damage. All right, so now we're going to go into my Talon Master, who's going to put 2 attacks into the Ministorm Priest and 3 attacks into his company commander. So we're going to go with into the Ministorm Priest first. So we've got 2 attacks here, hitting on 2s. That's 2 hits. Strength +2, so wounding on 2s. He's got the Heavenfall Blade, so that's going to be 2 wounds. AP -3. 4 up invul saves. Oh, and he makes both of them. And now the 3 attacks into the company commander over there. These are going to be hitting on 2s. That's all hits. Wounding on 3s now because he's got the Armor of Grav Tashenko. So strength +2 becomes strength 6 to toughness 4. So looking for 3s to wound. So that's 1 that doesn't go through. So 2 go through at AP -3. 5 up invul save. Fails both of them. The damage is D3 apiece. So do the 2 damage there. So that's going to be 2, 3, 4, 5 wounds.
Right, so
one at a time into him. Well, how many?
If
1 second.
Fail
All right, so he the Ogren is going to be. He has to take the save on a 3-up, is it, or a 4? On a 3-up, the Ogren has to take a wound for every unsaved wound, a mortal wound. For every unsaved wound, he has to roll that's onto the company commander. So it's not every failed wound. So it's not every save. It's just every point of damage. So since I did 5 damage. He's going to have to roll here for each of these to see if he dies. So actually, you can roll all 5 because either the company commander is dead and he survives. But if he has 5 1s and 2s, then the Ogren survives because otherwise, no, he is dead. Oh, he almost did. He got 3 out of the 5, but the Ogren's dead, and so is the company commander. And that is Slay the Warlord. So now the priest is going to swing back into my Talonmaster over here. Looking for 4s and 6s.
You get to reroll fails because it's the first turn.
Oh boy! All right. So he gets 3 hits there, re-rolling because of himself. So that's going to be 5 hits. These are now looking for 6s to wound. Not getting anything. Does he get? You don't get to re-roll these ones? No, just those. Okay.
Just adds.
And now the Leman Russ is going to attack into Samael. So he gets D3 plus 1 attack because plus 1 because of the priest. So it's going to be 4 attacks. Here we go, hitting on 6s. And no, nothing there. All right, so that's the end of the Dark Angel's turn here. Is going to auto-fail this leadership test because it's he lost 7 guys and his leadership is 7, so he is dead over there. And that is all of the leadership tests that need to be taken. So, scoring points here. I scored no forgiveness because I killed the 2 characters that were holding an objective at the beginning there. I also got assassinate because I killed 2 characters. So if that Ministorm Priest hadn't been so awesome, I could have had D3, but instead I just scored the 1. It's all good. He prayed to the Emperor properly. And that's fair enough. That's fair enough. I can't really hold that against him. Did not get domination. I'm going to get rid of domination because I'm not going to ever get that because I've got literally just enough, just 6 units left. So it's just not going to happen. And I did get area denial. We're going to find out if I only got 1 or D3 in a second. All right, and I did get him outside of 12 inches of the center there, so I scored D3 victory points. 1 victory point again, but it's all good. So I scored 3 victory points for that, plus 1 for the Gambit, so an additional 4 points for that. Pretty good. So I'm up at 12 points right now to my opponent's 0. So we will come back to you with the Gambit and cards drawn for the Vostroyans here on turn 2. And for the cards here, my opponent did the Gambit of 1 again because he didn't like the cards that he had and he was only drawing the 1. And he drew Supremacy, which is going to be a little bit difficult for him. Not impossible, but a little bit difficult. He can do it. It's just going to be a little bit difficult. So we will come back to you after movement phase for the Vostroyans here on turn 2. All right, movement phase for the Vostroyans here on turn 2. His Leman Russ backed out of combat with Samael. His Ministorm Priest backed out of combat with my Talonmaster. His Ratling stood still. One of his Sentinel came around the corner so you can get some line of sight, and the other 2 guys stood still. So that is going to be it for the movement phase. We will come back to you with the Shustin phase. All right, the first Sentinel here is going to fire into Samael.
Hitting on a 4.
Hitting on a 4. It's a hit.
Wounded
on a 3. That is not a wound. He's going to spend his last command point to re-roll that into a wound. Oh man, I left my dice around over here for some silly reason. All right, so 1 4-up Iron Halo save.
It's a 3.
It's a 3.
D6.
I'm gonna. Well, no. Slow your roll, dog. I am gonna spend a command point to re-roll that. Ew, no, into another 3. Do I get the command point back? Nope, that's third 3. We'll go D6 wounds.
It's like you're halfway.
Oh boy, D6 wounds.
That wasn't.
That wasn't. That fell out of your hand.
There we go.
Oh! Samuel's dead!
Does he
Who
explode?
even does that? Does he explode? No, he does not. Oh! Another next Sentinel is going to fire into my Talonmaster over here.
4.
Looking for a 4 to hit. No hit. Another Sentinel that moved over here looking for a 5. Oh no, that's a hit.
Your scout.
Oh boy, onto a 3. Oh no, okay. 4-up invul save because he did advance on his last movement. So because he's got Jink over there, so 4-up invul save. Oh, and he's good. And now the Ratlings are going to fire into my Talonmaster. That is going to be... Ooh, actually... All right, so we got 3 hits over there.
5s and 6s.
These are looking for 5s and 6s. No,
Nothing.
not getting anything
Literally
there.
nothing.
All right, so that's the end of my opponent's turn. So he's going to score 1 point for Assassinate for killing Samael with that awesome last cannon shot to the first. And he's going to get rid of the Psychological Warfare because Space Marines are hard to do that to. So that's going to be it for the Vostroyans' turn. We will come back to you after with the Gambit and the cards drawn for the Dark Angels here on turn 3. All right, so for the Dark Angels here, I did the Gambit of 1, and then I drew Secure Objective 2, Defend Objective 2, Defend Objective 6, and Overwhelming Firepower. So we'll come back to you after the movement phase for the Dark Angels here on turn 3. All right, movement phase for the Dark Angels here on turn 3. These scouts stood still. These scouts moved on to the objective over here. This tactical squad stood still. My Inceptors moved up over this way, and my Talon Master, he advanced. And I spent a command point on Speed of the Raven there. He basically just did a whole bunch of flips, pretty much being super cool dude. So that is going to be it for the, yeah, he put on a pair of shades and did some flips, wowing everybody. So that is going to be it for the movement phase. We will come back to you with the shooting phase.
Kill point.
All right, so now my Talon Master is going to fire into his Ratlings over there. I'm going to, this is going to be the Twin Assault Cannon first, hitting on 4s because he moved since I advanced. All right, rerolling nothing there. Ooh, not great. All right, so we got 4 hits. These are going to be wounding on 2s. That is 4 dead Ratlings because AP -1, ignoring cover. They have a 6-up save, so it becomes unsavable. And now the Twin Heavy Bolter on 4s. All right, 3 hits, wounding on 2s because they're tough 2. Yeah, they are. He is dead. So that is those guys dead. And now my Inceptors are going to fire into his Minotaur Priest over there. So I've got 18 shots. These are going to be hitting on 3s. All right, come back to you with that. All right, Strength 5, Toughness 3, 3s to wound. All righty. Are they within 6 of the Talon Master? 1 second. They are within 6 inches of the Talon Master, so rerolling 1s to wound. Alrighty, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 wounds here. 8 4-up invul saves because of the Rosarius. Did he pray to the Emperor properly?
He was at first.
He failed 3 of them, so he's still alive. And my scouts here are going to fire into his Armored Sentinel back over there. So I got 5 shots hitting on 3s. Not rerolling nothing. So that's 3 hits. Tough T6, so looking for 5s to wound. Nope, no wounds there. All right, so first, that's it for shooting phase. So into the assault phase, my Inceptors are going to charge into the Minotaur and Priest over there. So Overwatch with his bolt pistol, looking for a 6. Nope, no hit there. So their charge distance is totally in. And now my Talon Master is going to charge into his Demolisher over here. So main cannon, D3 shots, 1 shot, looking for a 6. Nope. No, nothing there. Then the last cannon is not a hit. And then we've got the heavy Storm Bolter first. Getting 1 hit there. No wound. And then, no wound, yep. And then a heavy bolter, or the 2 heavy bolters. Oh, getting a bunch of hits there. 3 of them there. So wounding on T5s, T6? 5s? I think 5s. Getting 1. AP -1, looking for a 4-up. He's good with a felt burst.
Another flip.
And now his charge in over here. 7 inches will get him in. And now Talon Master is going to start us off by attacking into his tank over here. So we got 5 attacks, hitting on 2s. Not re. Whoa! Ugh. Ugh. All right, 2 hits. Wounding on 5s. Rerolling 1s because of himself. Nope. And now my Inceptors are going to attack in over here. So hitting on 3s. Alrighty. Wounding on 3s. That is 4 wounds. 4 4-up invul saves. And he fails 1, and he is dead. And now as a tank is going to try to open his flaps into him hard. So he's got 2 attacks over here. Hitting on 6s. No, nothing there. All right, so at the end of my turn, I scored overwhelming firepower and the bonus point for my Gambit. I'm going to get rid of Defend Objective 6. And I've got to hold on to the other 2. So we will come back to you with the Gambit and the cards for the Vostroyans here on turn 3. All right, so my opponent said a gambit of 1, and then drew advance and overkill. Still has supremacy and death from afar. So we will come back to you after movement phase for the Vostroyans here on turn 3. All right, movement phase. My opponent here just backed out of combat with my Talonmaster, and these guys all stood still. So we will come back to you with the shooting phase. All right, so now he's going to start by shooting his sentinels into my Talonmaster over here. So we're going to start with the first one into him, hitting on a 4. That's a hit. Wound on 3. That is a wound. 4-up invul save. He's good.
Next one.
Next one, same thing. That's a hit. That is a wound. That is a save.
Another 4.
And the third one. That's a hit. That is a wound.
The same roll.
Emperor! Yeah, he makes it! Woo! All right, so that's the end of the Vostroyan's turn here on turn 3. My opponent's going to get rid of death from afar, and that is going to be it for his turn. So I get the point for the gambit because he wasn't able to get any of his objectives. So we'll come back to you with the gambit and the cards for the Dark Angels here on turn 4. All right, so I chose a gambit of 1, and then I have drew defend objective 1 and psychological warfare, and then I already still had secure objective 2 and defend objective 2. So we'll come back to you after movement phase for the Dark Angels here on turn 4. All right, movement phase for the Dark Angels. My Talonmaster advanced over here, spent a command point on Speed of the Raven, did not get the command point back. And my Inceptors over here moved up over this way, looking on all this stuff over here. So that is going to be it for the movement phase. We will come back to you with the shooting phase. Everyone else just stood still. So we'll come back to you with the shooting phase. All right, so now my Inceptors are going to start us off by shooting into his Leman Russ over here. So I've got 18 shots hitting on 3s. All right, we'll come back to you with that. All right, and now wounding on 5s because they're strength 5. Getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 wounds. So we've got 6 wounds, 6 4-up saves because AP -1 fails 3 of them. He's still alive. And now my scouts are going to fire into him over here. So we got 5 shots here hitting on 3s. Rerolling 1s because of Grim Resolve. They didn't move. Alrighty, so we've got 4 hits. Looking for 6s. Show me them fill faces. Fill faces! Not getting any. Okie. All right, so now my Talonmaster is going to fire his twin assault cannon into this sentinel here, and he's going to fire his twin heavy bolter into the Leman Russ. So we're going to go with the Leman Russ first. So 6 shots, hitting on 4s because he moved. All righty, pretty good. 4 hits. Wounding on 5s. Rerolling 1s because of his self. So that is going to be 3 wounds. 3 4-ups. He fails it with a 1. Does he explode? He does not. And now the 12 shots into the sentinel over here. Looking for 4s because he moved. Alrighty. Bless you, sir. And now these are going to be strength 6, so looking for 3s to wound. 4s to wound. Sorry, they're tough 6. 4s to wound, armored sentinels. Okay, so that is going to be 5 wounds at AP -1, ignoring cover. Oh, well, everyone's going to get cover there. So he's going to have 5 4-up saves. Fails 1 of them. Wow, real good. All right, so that's it for shooting into the assault phase. My Inceptors are going to charge into his 2 sentinels over here. So we got 2 shots overwatch here with the las cannons. So looking for 6s. Not getting either of them. They're charge distance. Is not in. I'm going to spend a command point to reroll one of those. Wow, that is ridiculous. I couldn't do that if I tried. Wow. But that does get him in. And now my Talonmaster is going to charge into this sentinel over here. So 1 shot here with the las cannon Overwatch. No hit there. His charge distance is totally in. All right, we're going to start with my Talonmaster over here. 5 attacks into his armored sentinel over there, looking for 2s to hit. All right, missing 1. These are strength +2, so strength 6, looking for 4s to wound. All wounds, AP -3, so it's going to be 4 6-ups. Making 1, so 3 D3 damage.
That was truth.
Yeah, he is way dead. 9 damage into him. Ooh, does he explode? He does not. And now my Inceptors are going to attack. So the 2 regular guys are going to go into this one over here. 4 attacks, hitting on 3s. That's all hits. Wounding on 5s. Getting 1 wound, 1 regular save. No, takes a wound. And then 3 from my sergeant over there. 2 hits. No wounds there. Oh no, the units within 6 inches rerolling once to wound. Back into a 1. Not gonna happen. And now the Sentinels are gonna attack back, looking for 4s. Getting them. Looking for 3s. Getting 1. AP nothing, so 3-up save. Yeah, he good. All right, and that is it for the Dark Angel's turn here, and that is where we're going to call the game because I managed to lock up his guys here. They might be able to get out, but not going to be able to do anything to get back there. So a pretty resounding victory there for the Dark Angels. Getting to go first and be able to blow up his tank commander was super helpful, obviously. But then he definitely punched back and and killed all those bikers in that first gun. I was like, whew, boy, let's see how this goes. But yeah, so that was a pretty strong Dark Angel victory there, but a lot of fun as always. So I hope you guys have all enjoyed it. I certainly have. I have been Phil the Glacial Geek as always. My opponent's been Harris, and until next time, have fun.